Nice Micro Monday. Will Microsoft get lawyers in trouble? So on this channel we talk a lot about law when it comes to copyright law, and we talk about the software licenses and their legal implications, but we are not lawyers here, which is not true for Mr. Leonard French, who is running the Lawful Messes with Leonard French YouTube channel, and recently posted a video about what kind of trouble lawyers ran into when Microsoft started to push Copilot, this AI assistant extension of Microsoft Office, into real-world application. Leonard here brings up a few interesting points, like in a law firm where maybe all the lawyers that work for the firm, they are using the same computer system, so they have their files stored somewhere centrally and they access these files. Maybe one lawyer is working on one client's files and another lawyer is working on another client's files. So they have this kind of the distributed file access scheme, and the problem is that there is confidentiality in terms of not just the law firm cannot tell confidential information to outside parties, but they also are not allowed to mix confidential information between clients. So if client A and client B, they both have confidential information, those information has to be separated, so client A's confidential information cannot get into the filings of client B, and sometimes to enforce this, the law firm will assign two different lawyers to these two cases, so there is not even a accidental conflation of these informations. But of course, if you have an AI assistant that learned from all the documents, maybe it is doing some kind of advanced text prediction based on what it learns from your files, it might use confidential information from one of your cases and put it as a suggestion into your document on other cases. And if it's two different lawyers working on it, maybe the lawyer working on the second case will not realize that the AI assistant grabbed this information that was confidential from somewhere else, and when they file these filings, they can get in trouble and lose their legal licenses. And there was a law firm that tried to get some exact information from Microsoft on whether this kind of separation is possible with Copilot, whether Copilot can be turned off for these purposes, and basically it blows the mind what kind of non-answers the Microsoft support was giving to these lawyers whose occupation, whose reputation hinges on these things, whether Microsoft's tools will respect the mandatory separation of information between clients or not. And of course, as always, the conclusion I personally draw from this situation is that you cannot run your business when you have these high levels of expectation of confidentiality on proprietary software, because whatever Microsoft tells you that their tools are doing, it is going to be you as the lawyer who will be held responsible if you leak any confidential information. No one will disbar Microsoft if you use their tool. You are the professional, the legal professional. It is on you, and the only way to make sure that you can safely use a software product is if you use free software. In proprietary software, there is no way to audit. You might be even legally prohibited to audit the software given to you, because the software license will usually prohibit you from doing any reverse engineering and trying to figure out how Copilot is using your documents as training data, how much of that it is leaking back to Microsoft, how much of that is kind of cross-contaminating your different branches of your corporation. If you wanted to figure that out, that might be against the license that you agree to when you install that proprietary software product. So your only way to be sure is to have software that can be audited by third parties. Maybe you can hire some software analyst who can take a look at the source code, who can help you install the software in a way that you will comply to the requirements of confidentiality instead of just blindly trusting Microsoft and their absolutely non-helpful consumer support on the matter. So, as always, we do this on this channel. I have to tell you that if you have any responsibilities that you might accidentally not fulfill by using the wrong kind of software, it is always the best choice to go for the free software. And I know that previously I said that if you are a corporation, if you are running a business, then it might make sense to have a kind of the business contract with these proprietary software corporations where you can basically sue them for damages if they don't hold up their end of the bargain, if they run code on your systems that is against your business interest. You can always go to court, but I guess there are just cases like these types of AI assistants and the kind of confidentiality that lawyers, doctors, or even, the clergy might have standards for that just cannot be fulfilled by a proprietary software corporation that is just pushing their AI bullshit on you, whether you like it or not. Okay, so I wonder what you guys think, so you can tell me down below in the comment section, and you can press the like button to show me that you like this video and subscribe for more content, and I will be seeing you the next time. Goodbye.